guys, it's Andrea from the blog Pine and Prospect Home, and today I'm going to show you how to make my Instant Pot beef stew. This is such a simple recipe. I know that I say that about a lot of recipes, but honestly this is so easy and it's just a few ingredients. If you have an Instant Pot, it's so quick. Of course you can use a regular pot for this recipe, but the Instant Pot cooks it up so fast. Today I'm sharing this recipe along with my friend Laura over at Our Oily House. Laura shares everything you need to know about essential oils on her blog. She's all about all natural, simple living. She shares amazing, healthy recipes for her family and so many great tips for her home. So you'll want to go check out her soup after you're done watching this one. So let's go ahead and get started. So of course I'm going to plug in my Instant Pot here and turn it on to the saute function. I've just chopped up about 1.5 pounds of chuck roast. Now I love chuck roast for beef stew because it has a lot of fat throughout it. And the first time I made this, I didn't think I would like all that fat, but it sort of just falls away off of the meat and creates this really tender, delicious beef stew. So now I almost prefer chuck roast over like a bottom roast, for example. I've just cubed this up into like 1-inch pieces, and I'm just gonna throw this in the Instant Pot with a couple tablespoons of olive oil. So I'll let this warm up. And I'll wait for that to get warm because we really want to hear that sizzle when we drop the meat down into the Instant Pot. Alright, so while this meat sort of browns over here in the Instant Pot, I have some helpers with me now. I'm going to add this seasoning. So we're going to add a teaspoon of salt to the meat. Good job. Now we're going to need some pepper. We're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Good job. Can you stir that up a little bit? Okay, next we're going to add a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. You put that in?
I did.
Yum. Does that smell good?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep, that smells good.
Okay, be careful. Be careful. Oh, I guess that's not very hot. All right, so now that the meat is browned on all sides, it's looking really good. We're gonna add the onions, the garlic, and the potatoes. Okay, so I've already got the onions and potatoes all chopped up. I just diced the onions, and again, the potatoes are like about 1 inch in size. Okay, so let's put all this in.
Okay, can I do it?
Okay, let's add some garlic. It calls for about 3 cloves. Alright, so next we need a 16-ounce bag of carrots. I have a 32-ounce bag, so I'm just going to dump half of this into the Instant Pot.
I can't even do this much, Mama. Sorry, Mama. I get 2 carrots out.
It's okay. That look good?
Yeah.
Alright, so now we're going to add about 6 cups of beef broth. And I like to use this gluten-free broth-based seasoning. You just add 2 teaspoons per cup.
Ooh, look the chocolate.
Alright, can you start stirring?
Yeah.
Alright, so all we're going to do now is put the lid on the Instant Pot and cook it on high pressure for 35 minutes. So I'll do that now. Alright, so the lid is closed and locked. I have the valve set to sealing, not venting, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Alright, so the timer just went off on my Instant Pot. The kids are asleep right now, they're napping, so I'm trying to be a little bit more quiet. So I'm just going to let this naturally release for about 10 minutes, and then I'll come over here and do a little quick release with you guys. Alright, so I'm going to do a quick release of the steam here, and I'm just going to carefully Alright, so now that all the pressure has been released, it's safe to open my Instant Pot. Now, while this stew is nice and hot, I am going to add some cornstarch to thicken it up a little bit. And what I usually do is I'll just take a fork and a glass, but basically I'll just take the cornstarch and I'll just do two or three big scoops, probably total about 1/4 cup. And I'm just going to add just enough water to get it dissolved. Maybe a couple tablespoons of water. Alright, now at this point I always like to taste and see if the soup needs anything else, maybe more salt, pepper. Give it one more taste. Perfect. Oh, that's delicious. Oh my goodness. So good. I hope you guys enjoyed my Instant Pot beef stew. I told you it was so easy. I love to serve this soup with my gluten-free cheesy garlic biscuits, which I plan on sharing the recipe very soon. Don't forget to go check out Laura at Our Oily House and see what stew she's sharing along with mine today. And if you're new to my channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching.